following show is a paid program.
Hey family, how you doing today? I'm so excited today. I have my friend, Miss Amber Neal, Millionaire Matchmaker and host of the Amber Neal Show, radio and TV show. Oh my God.
Hey.
We're gonna try not to cut up today. I'm telling you today.
You know we're going to, Cam.
We're gonna cut up. This family, I'm telling you, and I'm just gonna be transparent about it. Miss Amber Neal was really, really a pivotal point in the early part of radio. When I had a radio show and she was part of it, she came, she said, yeah, Cam, I'll be a guest. She helped me along the way and told me all types of things to do. Thank you, lady, for everything you've done. And for Houston, you've got a day, the Amber Neal Day.
The Amber Neal Day, November 11th.
November the 11th, so Wednesday, we're going to have a big party.
Ooh, it's going to be as big as we can get it.
Okay.
It's the networking event of the year, but considering we've done nothing else the rest of the year, it's pretty big.
It is. Millionaire Matchmaker.
That's his side, Millionaire Matchmaker.
So what is it? So the topic today, family, is how to find a husband or wife. We got to find somebody.
You got to find yourself first. That's what it is. Y'all ain't going to like the answer because I'm going to shoot y'all straight today.
Okay.
Because it's really, a lot of times people think it's like we always look for things externally to make us happy. When the truth is it has to start internally first. You have to be healthy and whole alone first.
Yes.
Or you could attract narcissists, players, liars, those sort of people. And you don't want to do that.
Right.
And no matter how good you are, if you have not healed the things in your inner child what does shrink say?
Yeah.
Tell me about your mom and dad.
Yes.
I want to know the same thing because if you have a dysfunctional relationship with your mom, you probably need to go heal that before you try to meet women.
Absolutely.
And vice versa. Because you're going to attract those things to replay that. That's familiarity.
Yeah.
And even though it's uncomfortable, it's going to be more comfortable than actually doing the work it takes to go on the self-love journey to actually attract healthy.
Well, you know, the first thing people say is, why am I single?
Because of you. And the first thing I say is I'm a matchmaker, not a magician. So the thing is that you're single because most of the time you're single because you've put priority over your career over everything. You chase money more than you chase love. And the thing is, you got to have the balance of both. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be very rich and successful by the time you're 50 or 60 or maybe sooner. But you have no love and no one to share it with. That's why you see millionaires trying to kill themselves because they're unhappy. And money can't buy love. It just really can't. So at the end of the day, when you're at night and you're alone, what are you doing all that for? Who are you doing it to share it with? Are you doing it just to sit there and hoard it by yourself? Or are you doing it to help the world and to share your life with somebody?
The first thing everybody says, and women and men say, I want to find a millionaire. A lot of times the women say, I want to find a millionaire. The millionaires say, I want to find love, you know?
Right. It's so true. And that's the thing I do pride myself on as a millionaire matchmaker is that you have to tell me you want love. I don't do the sugar mama, sugar daddy, the hookups, the booty calls, the friends with benefits. I don't do any of that. I'm actually second generation matchmaker. My mom was first, my daughter's third. So we're a family of matchmakers. So we're real matchmakers. So you have to at least be looking for love with me. And so that's another probably reason why you're single is I want a millionaire man or millionaire woman.
Right.
Who cares? Go get it together. You know what I mean? I understand you want somebody successful.
Right.
Okay. But if your qualifier is their income bracket, then we got some work to do. That's not real.
Right.
You say you want love. Love is not ego-based. Money is ego-based. So you're saying two different things. Do you want love that is selfless and long-suffering and patient and kind and holds no records of wrongdoing? Or do you want ego-based? Look at me, it's about me. But let me tell you, ladies, let me tell you the one thing about when you do date that eccentric millionaire. In 10 years, he's going to upgrade you for somebody younger.
Say that again.
Oh, you didn't want to hear that.
We got to hold that. We got to say that again. We got to say that one more time.
Here's the thing about dating. Here's the thing about dating a rich, eccentric millionaire or billionaire, ladies, is in 10 years from now, he's going to upgrade you. Men, eccentric millionaires like that, they don't keep women around for life, usually. And the thing is, men date younger. So ladies, while you're playing yourself in your 20s and 30s and wasting your time with Mr. Wrong, by the time you hit 40, the power switches to the man and it's in his favor. So now he's looking at the 25, 30-year-olds and you're over there like, but I used to pull them so hard. Now you're playing yourself. So I recommend, ladies, don't waste your time in your 20s and 30s when it's in your favor with Mr. Wrong and think, oh, I've got time to waste. You don't. You don't. It totally becomes the man's favor once a woman's over 40. Can you find love? Yes. But is it in his favor? Yes.
So say like this. A lot of women say, before I find someone, I've got to lose the weight, I've got to do this, and I've got to do that. So they're beating themselves up a lot of times.
Right.
I'm saying 40 and 50 and 60-year-olds at this time, they're beating themselves up because at that time, man, they were brick houses, 20s and 30s. They remembered what they looked like, but right now they've gained the weight. Let's talk about them living now, though, because they're still trying to lose the weight. It's not working. They're on different medications. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Things like that prevent you from losing a lot of the weight.
Well, I'm going to tell you guys like this. That's why there's chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. So I'll use a food reference for you. I would use food references. I'm one of those people that love food. But that's the thing about it is that's the problem. The one thing I have to teach I think a lot of times people need date coaching more than they need matchmaking, Cam, honestly. Because it's really just about getting your mind right to be able to attract that kind of person. So energetically, a lot of people don't realize how powerful energy is. And so it's more than just your weight. It's your mind. Do you feel like you deserve love? Have you noticed people sabotage love? They'll get somebody in their life and they'll blow it. Oh, I'm too big. He can get better. He's looking at other more skinnier women. And you're psyching yourself out. But what you guys don't understand about the law of attraction is that whatever you think is what you're going to get. So you ladies that are out there saying, I don't need a man, but you secretly want a man, you're telling the universe, don't bring me one. So guess what? That's why you're not getting one. A lot of this is in your mind and what you're telling yourself. Go get the book, The Secret. It's on audio. You can download it. It changed my life and how I process things. And so the women that are over there talking about, I'm too big, I'm too this, there's a lid for every pot. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be healthy. Do it for your health reasons. Do it because you feel better. Don't do it for anything external, for any man, any job, anything like that. It has to be for you, about you, and because you want something better for yourself. Energetically, when you start giving yourself the confidence, you start dressing better. Hey, some of you ladies look like Sears threw up in your closet. I know that Farrah Fawcett winged hair was hot in the 80s, but boo, you got to get with a new stylist, okay? Half of it is just update your look, right? But it's really about energetically, what are you putting out there? So you'll see women, for example, or men that will spend time with the wrong one. They're with Mr. Right. I'm just going to kill time with Mr. Right. Energetically, that's why in the Bible it says a man will recognize her. He will know her. And it is energetically and spiritually that if you're over here energetically, spiritually tied to someone else, even though you think you're being slick, oh, I'm not seeing nobody. And even though you're lying to him, you're starting off with a lie, first of all. But energetically, you're not going to attract a new person because a man's spirit and energy will pick up on the fact you're not emotionally available. You're not available. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's really about the self-love journey is what you have to do to get the right mate. You can't skip it. You can't avoid it. It's probably the hardest thing you'll ever go through, but the most rewarding.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. And I love the way about many women go with their girlfriends. You going out to the club and your girlfriends are out and all of them, are around you.
Bad
okay?
idea.
You all out together. And this guy comes and talks to you. And then he has to buy the drinks for everybody.
See, first of all, that's a whole bad start. Ladies, if you are out in a group, separate yourself from your group. Men do not, I cannot tell you how many guys have told me they will literally see somebody they're dying to talk to. Yeah. But because they're with their friends, I'm not going to get shot down in front of five
Yes.
other women. And then, all the friends are like, and who are you? And what do you need? All of a sudden, they become the investigator and your spokesperson. And you're like, shut the heck up. Like, I'm trying to talk for myself.
Right.
So I would say if you do see somebody or you notice somebody, even just occasionally, just separate yourself. Give people a chance to meet you. And if you do see somebody across the room, the art of flirting is not lost, okay? So if you do see somebody checking you out, but you can tell they're kind of shy to come approach all your friends there, then make that eye contact, kind of look down, smile, and look away, and then walk past them. I like your suit. And make that eye contact and keep walking. It's okay to give a compliment. It's okay to let people know you're interested, but still let them chase you.
There you go. I like that. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Let's talk about Married Date. It's on your shirt. Let's talk about it.
Yes. So Married Date is Houston's first private social club for couples only. But a millionaire matchmaker, just a matchmaker for 15 years. And I've kind of figured out and I've also worked with Events and Adventures for 12 years running their social club. So I've kind of figured out how to make a social club perfect for couples. One of the things I've realized that one of the main things that couples go through divorce, in my opinion, is who they listen to. Your mama, your bitter single friends, your cheating friends. It's really about who, as a couple, do you have around you to influence you. And so I think it's very important to find, as a couple, I think it's very important to have friends that are kind of in your same belief systems and energy level, and you're committed to your marriage. So we're a private social club for couples. We're not a swingers club. Okay, let's put that out there. This is a spiritual mission for me. And our tagline is we want to cure the divorce rate. And that's what we're trying to do by helping create the romance. So we have a concierge event planning for a couple. We will plan your whole fun for the whole month. You, in the beginning of the month, you'll get an itinerary, and it's all stuff you told us you like to do, and we just kind of make custom plans for you. And it's about the convenience of not, hey, I forgot my wife's birthday. I forgot this. I forgot that. And so we're also working on an app that'll help with a lot of that too. But it's really about having fun, learning the city, getting out. As a matchmaker, I noticed if somebody lives in Pearland and somebody lives in Kingwood, they don't want to drive.
Right.
So we're adding a virtual component now to where you can actually do things online as well. But we really do want to help you with the romance, help you make friends that are like-minded, have fun things to do, get your bucket list out and travel. And now with the online portion, we'll be able to launch this globally to where when we travel together, you'll already have friends all around the world.
Right. I love that. I love that. And with COVID, COVID is, oh my
so
God.
annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. With COVID, many places have closed, restaurants, clubs, and other things. And if they are open, they're 50%.
Yeah.
And then many times you don't want to go there because of COVID and things like that. And virtual has really turned out to be great.
It's great. I mean, there's been a great response to that. So that's what we're trying to do. I'm trying to get married. It's put the marriage back in the date. Put the date back in the marriage. Put it backwards. Put the date back in the marriage. Because, I've had people like me, millennials, the recent poll that came out, 49% of millennials surveyed said they do not believe in marriage at all.
Wow.
Straight up. They believe in me, myself, and I. 85% of women surveyed admitted that they have plan B guys. Women have become like men in every sense of the word. We literally do everything like men do. And if you listen to the music and TV and you just watch pop culture, it's just taught us that, oh, you're divorced. Well, you'll get it right by your third one. You know what I mean? Oh, and we've all been through a divorce. It's not a place of judgment. It's a place of healing of how do we stop this where we can teach something better.
Right.
And I think the millennials have seen our generation go through so much where our generation is like the first one that our parents went through that. That's why our generation is so, woo. My parents were married and divorced 3 times. And so when you grow up and you don't have those examples, my sister has a psychology degree. She's a therapist. And I'm a matchmaker, but most psychotherapists or psychologists go into therapy to find out what happened with our family. And so we're trying to help heal those things that we didn't learn, or generational curses in that case. And it's really just about offering a solution to where people can have a one-stop resource to everything that they need to cure the divorce rate. But here's what I heard though, 51% of millennials still believe in it. So And I said this 10 years ago, Cam, if we don't do something now
Right.
to work toward healing marriage, then marriage will be, I'm guarantee you, mark my word, 10 years from now, if we don't do this now, 10 years from now or less, marriage will completely be a thing of the past.
Wow.
Completely. So when you got 49% of millennials saying they don't believe in marriage, that is alarming to
That
me.
is. That
What
is.
happened? And if you listen to the music, it's like I don't care how many other side chicks or side dudes you have. It's like I even had a dude tell me he wanted to date me. He was like, I don't care, if you date other people or not. He's like, but we're in a relationship. What?
What?
Hey, to each their own. It's not a place of judgment. But the thing is just be honest with people. And one thing I'll tell you, I can also add to this, speaking of online dating, talking about why people stay single a lot, is you start off your online dating with a lie. If you are still legally married, you are married. Even if you're separated, you're still married. Just be honest with that. I've even thought about creating a website called Separated Singles and for separated people, because when you're separated, you feel single. You are single technically. I mean, you're gone. You don't, you're not together anymore. But legally and the emotion, I can tell you 95% of my matchmaking clients will not date someone separated because there's a chance it could go back, or if there's kids and you're not emotionally done, because that's a lot of the reason people are single too. You literally go, especially if you're codependent or have abandonment issues, you're going to jump relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. You're never going to heal, and you're going to keep taking that baggage. So it's very important to, after a divorce, chill. Give it a year. Just chill. Learn you. What do you like? Is red really your favorite color? Was it theirs? You've been a we so long, and it's normal. We want human touch and human connection, but just be honest. Don't start off the relationship online or in person. Oh, I'm single, and tell people I'm single when you're separated. Be honest about that part. I'm separated, and let the cards fall where they may. You don't know if that's the universe protecting you from somebody you shouldn't have dealt with anyway. You over here lying, and God's like, okay, if you would have told the truth, you probably wouldn't have went through that. But all right, let me let you make it. So many reasons. I'm telling you. Yeah. Okay.
I love that. I love that. Amber Neal Day. Wednesday again. We want to reiterate that. You've got some top 10 women and men that you are going to celebrate.
I work with a lot of nonprofits, and I'm really excited because the people that I'm honoring, the top 10, it's Meridate's top 10 men and women of distinction. And it's because it's people like Umeki Harmon. We're actually out there to raise money for reviving and restoring pearls. That is what this is, a charity fundraiser. So Umeki is one of our honorees because look at all the work she does. She has a compound. She literally, ladies, if you're in a domestic violence situation, she will come rescue you, physically rescue you. And she has a place for you to live and transition.
Right.
That is amazing. That is one of the biggest problems is, hey, I can rescue you, or I could help you, or maybe for a couple days. But with Umeki, she will actually help you get that transition going. So she's one of them. Tiffany Cavalli, who is my co-host of the event. She's the owner of Exclusive Events Art Agency. She also works with a lot of nonprofits, and we have a lot of things coming up next year as well. But these are people that everybody we're honoring are people that are giving back in some kind of way. And it is Veterans Day. I actually lost my dad on my day in the city 2 years ago. So it'll be 2 years since he passed. He was a Marine. So rest in peace to my dad. But we're going to honor my dad in memory of him. Another charity while we're there, the warriorappreciation.org, they help veterans with supplies and things they need when they're homeless. So this is a huge charity event.
It is.
It's huge. Everybody involved in some way, they give back to the community, and that's what it's about.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with Miss Amber Neal.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office, like the new 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection, only $299 a month, the new 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection, $399 a month, or the first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, just $499 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down, or purchase and choose 0% APR for 60 months plus $2,000 bonus cash with no payments until March 2021. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm attorney Willie Powells. Allow me to express myself with you. If you've been hurt or injured in a car or truck accident, give me a call and we'll get it fixed today.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, attorney Willie Powells. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call attorney Willie Powells.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey family, just wanted to tell you Amber Neal Day, and Amber is here. We're going to do some shout outs to some of the people, some of the sponsors or so.
Yes, thank you. So this is a huge event, and it's going to take a lot of people involved to pull this off. So shout out to Endemix. Shout out to Henke and Peelet. That is our beautiful venue, 809 Congress. We have both floors. It's going to be amazing. Shout out to Tiffany at Exclusive Events Art Agency, providing 8 or 9 artists to come out and do a beautiful art exhibit. So we're going to have that on display as well. And special thanks to B&B Publicity, to my girl Sabrina Lott. And we are going to have we have 5 confirmed media outlets on the red carpet. So we're going to have the Amber Neal Show. We have Pam Jones with River and Word Magazine. We have Shamir Bacon with the Real Housewives of Houston magazine, as well as Boss Up TV Network. And we also have, who else is the 5th one? Oh, and the Not So Christian in Me radio show. Yeah. Shout out to Denise. So we have a lot of sponsors. If you guys actually want to go on to the Matchmaker Amber Neal page, you can see a lot of that, or actually just go to amberneal.com and all the information is up there. But we have probably too many sponsors we have time to list.
Exactly.
For, just check it out, amberneal.com.
Absolutely.
Appreciate all y'all. Don't have time to list everybody.
Absolutely. Wanted to do a shout out to 953 Jams.
953 Jams.
Yeah, Peter Allen and Monica Riley that's over there. Wanted to do that.
Peter's actually getting honored that day too.
He
as one of the men of distinction.
Yeah, he should be.
I love doing my show over there.
Yeah, absolutely. People are still asking how to find a husband and wife.
How to find a husband. I just don't think people really want to hear the answer to that, because so much of this is you. And I've heard let me start with this. You can tune into 100 different relationship experts.
Yes.
100 different date coaches. Not everyone will resonate with you, because we come from our own belief systems, we come from our own truths and our own experiences in life. So those are the things that make me believe. So let's say that I'm biblical and I base all my principles biblically. You are not, if you're an atheist, you're probably not going to resonate with what the advice that I give. So take it with a grain of salt if it resonates with you based on, these are my personal views. But the first thing you have to do to really find that person is to get real with yourself and go back and look at all of your relationships and realize, I'm actually making a shirt right now, Cam. It's a picture of a man with a big round circle and a line through it, and it says, no more build-a-boos. Okay? So many times you find people rescuing other people instead of, and especially there's a, if you've never dealt with a narcissist before, woohoo, you don't ever want to do that. But that, sometimes it's kind of like when you have children. You're going to let your children keep falling down and bumping their knee until you don't do that. You're going to get hurt. I think in our walk, if we just keep putting people in our lives, so many times people will put people in their lives and then ask God to get involved. Oh, well, Lord, please let this work out. I mean, I love this person now, and I want him to be the one. I want her to be the one. Well, how'd you get them? Right. So if you bonded over an 8-ball and a stripper pole, you're probably not going to have that spiritual relationship that you want to. Right. You know what I'm saying? Where'd you meet them? My mom's the original matchmaker. She told us a long time ago, if you want to meet better people, you have to go where they are. Right. And that's just the truth. So it's really about, what do you want? Number one, what do you want for your life? Do you want monogamy? Do you even believe in monogamy? In today's world, the temptation is at your fingertips. It's better for you to be honest with yourself and say, I know I can't do monogamy, than to put bad karma on yourself and go play games with people, and then you wonder why your business is not prospering or your kids are doing bad in school. Because let me tell you one thing about generational curses and karma. It can skip you and go straight to your kids. I have seen so much from a karma standpoint over 15 years in stories I've heard. And trust and believe, you don't want to play with karma. So that's number one. What do you want? And don't be out here playing games with people and telling them you want one thing if you really don't even know if you want it or if you can do it. So you got to be real with yourself. Now, you've heard a lot of people say, write a list, make it plain. So from a law of attraction standpoint, I agree with that. And that's more of a mental, I want somebody who loves me this way, who treats me this way, who are these things that I need. But guess what? Like attracts like. So if you are not exhibiting the things you want from someone, don't expect to get it. It's that energy. It's attraction. Once you've healed the things in you that make you need to rescue people or build a boo, you will find that you will be free to attract healthy love. But until you heal in yourself what make your worth issues, back in 2017, I had started working on a movement, the I Am Enough movement. And that was really what it's about. My co-host on Wednesday, Kadori, she has a I Love Me hoodie. And that's what it's really about, is the self-love journey to get to healthy attracts healthy. Toxic attracts toxic. And a lot of times that's the hardest part, is that you don't want to admit you're the toxic one. Wow. You may be the toxic one, but they did this and they did this and they did right. But how'd you attract them? That's what, and this is stuff I've done myself. I had to go on my own self-love journey in 2019 to really find out I was that person that built a boo, because I can read potential. I'm an empath matchmaker, and that is my downfall, is I can read potential. So many ladies fall in love with potential and they ignore the red flags. Here, would you like this bouquet of red flags? Sure, I love it. Let me put them in water. And that's the thing. We ignore the red flags. Listen, ladies and guys, I live by these two rules. People do what they want to do, and people do what you let them. Let me repeat it. People do what they want to do, and people do what you let them. If he ain't calling, he don't want to. If he ain't taking you out, he don't want to. And the thing is, ladies, we used to require a ring. Now it's what time do you get off? Wow. Men can get coochie before they get a cheeseburger. Wait. Okay. See, I told you, y'all got to be ready for Amber. I've also been a comedian 10 years, so I apologize. This is daytime hours. I'm going to go back to. Am I lying, though?
But say it again. You got to say it again.
Men can get coochie before they get a cheeseburger, ladies. Drive through twice, maybe. But that's the problem. We used to make men work for it. Yes. And I've heard so many men say, I don't have to work for it. Getting laid is easy. Women, if you're the mistress, you're part of the problem too. Or you're the side dude, you're the side chick, whatever. if you want happy and healthy, you can't be putting all this negative karma out into the universe. It will come back on you. And it might not even be, you might actually wind up getting a healthy relationship, but your business might fail.
Yeah.
Your kids might get in trouble. You don't know how the karma is going to come back on you. So the one thing you want to do is live a pure life and be real and put genuine efforts and vibes out to the universe. You see what I'm saying?
Let's talk about this word. This word is always something that everybody gets messed up.
Okay.
And it's called submissive.
Okay, let's talk about it.
my
Okay, because
God.
that's my favorite word. I love the word. I'm glad
Let's
you brought that
talk
up, Cam.
about submissive.
That's real. Let me tell you why. Okay, so it kind of goes to what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
The problem with dating today is that people jump in bed and they ask questions later.
Yeah.
Right? So when you get into that relationship and you find out, well, he's controlling or he's traditional or he's whatever, well, you didn't even ask his last name. So how, how are you going to worry about it now? You probably should have thought about that before you got in bed, okay? Because the thing is, once you give it up, ladies, the power switches to him. So that is your power, right? And here's the thing, think like a man, like a lady. I mean, I get it. The 90-day rule is there on purpose. It is because, to me, I've seen couples that have met on the first date, hooked up, got married, and lived happily ever. So can it happen? Yes, it's the exception to the rule. But most of the time when you're trying to find somebody, that submissive word in women's lib, I don't need a man. Okay, well, again, you won't get a man if you say that. That's just energetically. But back to the word submission. It is my favorite word because when you first meet a man, the beginning is when a man submits to you. That's when he shows you, I am worthy. I am a protector. I'm a provider, and I'm consistent. Consistency is key with women. Consistency. So in the beginning, when a man is courting you and he's showing you, and that's his time to court you and prove to you, you can submit to me. We cut that part out when we go have sex immediately. We don't make them work for it. We don't make them prove nothing. Then we wonder why we got a bugaboo on our hand because we didn't do the work to find out who the heck we're really getting involved with. Once a man can show you consistently at least, and hey, 90 days ain't nothing, okay? You can be actor of the year for 90 days, all right? But if you give it a year, I always say go through at least 2 seasons, which is 6 months. Go through at least 2 seasons before you go public, before you plan your wedding. I know people have got married sooner, but the average numbers is what we're talking about. Give it some time before you just jump in and give him your best, right? So once he's proved over a couple seasons that he's consistent, then you can kind of relax and switch the power to submit if that's what he wants. Some men like a dominant woman, but the basic man's blueprint, I always say, you've never seen a deer lay down in front of a lion. Men are typically hunters. They like the chase. That's why they like to, a lot of them cheat, because it's just the chase. It's the thrill of the hunt, right? And that's the thing is once he's shown you through actions, not words, that you can trust him, then you can submit and give him the power over to him. Because if you do want a marriage, you probably want more of a traditional relationship anyway. But get this, Cam, 1/4 of the divorces last year were over household chores. We need to have a talk about what a modern working woman relationship is with a traditional man.
Right.
Because as women, we have changed. Men have not changed. And they still, and you can hate this all you want, but you ask most men and they'll tell you, we don't turn the hoe into the housewife. And women over here like, that's not fair. If y'all can do it, we can. Trust me, in the 90s, I was that person, became a single mom for 25 years. Wow, I was wrong. That was the hard way to do it. The way it's designed, we've got to quit kicking men out of the family. We've got, even if you're not together, co-parent, quit dragging the kids through it. And even if he's not paying money, it'll catch up later. Don't keep your kids from their dad because of anything, because you're literally perpetuating a toxic generational curse at that point. Let their children know their father. How many schools have to get shot up? How many kids? 70% of children that come from single parent homes, wind up in jail, dead, drugs, depressed. It's very, very serious.
Wow.
70%.
70%.
70% wind up with some kind of issue that come from a single parent home. When are we going to wake up and realize this is a self-absorbed, lust-based, selfish culture that we're, as adults, we're literally doing what feels good to us.
Right.
And not always thinking about our children. So I think it's very important that you understand that every action you take will affect your children as well.
Absolutely. I'm glad you spoke about that. And also, I'm glad you spoke about the fact that with couples that may have come from divorce, now you have a divorced parent that has their children,
Yep.
and then you have another parent that has their children,
Yep.
and they're coming together to try to
Blend. Yeah.
a blended. Let's talk about blended families. Trying to blend the family.
You know, it's interesting because blending a family is actually the number one reason for second marriage failure because of blending your family. And that goes, so the rules are going to change a little bit when you have children. One of the questions is, when do I introduce someone to my children?
Yes.
That's the big one. So for me, it's about those 6 months that you're getting to know that you can trust them with you. Because if they're not good enough for you, they're not good enough for your kids. Okay? Don't be bringing people around your children in that first 6 months at all. Not at all. Nothing. I don't even like to show pictures, like nothing. There's so many pedophiles and weirdos out here. Look at all these people that are hurting children, stepchildren. You better vet these people. You better run their background check. You better make sure they don't like kids. You got to make sure they're not abusive. You got to make sure they are who they say they are. And, you know, the thing is like for the first 6 months, just build you guys, right?
Yeah.
So when you're at that point where I feel like I'm catching feelings, I'm really starting to care about this person, I can see a life together. You've talked about marriage. That's the main thing. You're not like, if you're in a situationship, which so many of you are, because that's what this generation loves to do, talk, catch feelings, and then ignore each other and ghost each other. That's what, and a lot of our generation are catching on to that beep. But anyway, but that's what it's really about. You know, it's really about make sure you're not in a situationship and you have clear defined goals and expectations for your relationship. But once you see that it's going toward that around 6 months, then you need to bring your kids in before you make more plans.
Yeah.
And you've got to give them time and don't just bombard them and just throw them in, especially if the child is still hurt from their divorce. They're going to be jealous. They're going to be controlling. I remember this one little boy told his mom, he gave her one of those little big fake diamonds you get at Chuck E. Cheese back when they were open. I can't believe Chuck E. Cheese is gone. But anyway, one of those big fake diamonds, and he was like, "Mom, when you find a man that can give you a diamond like this, then you can get remarried." And so that is a metaphor for basically that is literally how kids feel.
Right.
They're already pulled between the two parents, and especially if you've got toxic energy going back and forth. Get in therapy. Get therapy for your kids. That's number one. Get some therapy for your children. You get in therapy. You get healthy and whole. The thing is, my children are 21, 25, but trust and believe I'm cognizant of every decision I make because they're going to learn from what I do, not what I say. And so I think it's very important that you get therapy for your kids, get your kids healthy and whole, and have that conversation with your kids. Are you ready for mom to date? Are you ready for me? Are you ready to see me with other people? If they're not, you can try, but if you include that kid in it, they're going to destroy it for you. I'm telling you, they will be bad. They will act bad. They will disrespect your partner. And before you know it, it will be gone. You have to include the kids in that decision-making process because it is a total package. Look at Sierra and Russell Wilson. Perfect example.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Future was really not having it at first, and he was kind of like, we don't need you as a dad. But the thing is that they have to understand is that it is a blended family, and you don't want also to date someone that is jealous of your time. So if you're like, I've got my kids on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and well, can't you get a babysitter? No, I cannot. Your time with your children has to be number one. That's number one. That's why these kids go astray. This is all a cry for help.
Yes.
That's all of it is. And so you want to make sure that your children are okay and they're not trying, and these people are not trying to take time away from your time with your children. So blending a family is super hard. It is super hard, especially when the children are jealous. So I would advise just go very slow, get a therapist involved, get help. And that's one of the things with Meridate. You know, when people are coming in and they want to join our club, you have to go through screening with a therapist. We got to see where you're at, okay? And our couples that are happy and healthy, they get to go do happy and healthy events with other couples that are happy and healthy. If you're struggling and you got problems, you get to go with that group and learn how to, and we'll recommend things. And therapy is one of the things we offer. And if you take our advice for therapy or join our social club, we give you free travel. We have benefits to that. So we're going to give you the perks to do what you need healthy-wise in your mind, because human nature is we're not going to do it if it's too hard.
Sounds good. We'll be right back with Amber Neal.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office, like the new 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection, only $299 a month, the new 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection, $399 a month, or the first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, just $499 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down, or purchase and choose 0% APR for 60 months plus $2,000 bonus cash with no payments until March 2021. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm attorney Willie Powells. Allow me to express myself with you. If you've been hurt or injured in a car or truck accident, give me a call and we'll get it fixed today.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, attorney Willie Powells. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call attorney Willie Powells.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey family, we are back with Amber Neal. And Amber, we were talking about the discipline part when you're trying to blend a family, and one of the members said, "Hey, my children, I just talked to my children, put them in timeout." The other one said, "No, I beat them." No.
I beat all y'all.
No, I will.
You know, it's interesting because discipline, back to what you said earlier, how you were raised, what you saw growing up. So like for my family, my dad loved to tell me to pick a switch and pick a belt. And thank God, because I was bad, you know. But that's the thing. That's the biggest thing is discipline, because don't talk to my kid that way.
Right.
Don't talk to my mama that way. Careful.
Yeah.
So just, you got to have it. This goes back to the friendship part of getting to know them in the first 90 days and the first 60 days. And first 6 months. And find out what are your belief systems? Yeah. How were you raised and what's normal to you? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Finance is a huge thing, especially during COVID now. Oh my God.
Let me tell you something. The divorce attorneys there's been so many publications all over the U.S. The divorce attorneys across the country, a general consensus, are saying the divorce request has increased 50% since COVID.
Wow.
And that is people, I have one of two theories on that, though. I think it's one, people that cheat and they creep and they can't get out, so they're just done with it, okay? Y'all just like, well, we're just going to go out and tell y'all the truth. Or it's people that are, back to what I said, two people that are not completely healed in a marriage. And when you've got and you don't have the autonomy you need to process and think, and you can't escape through your busy life schedule, because when you're so busy, you don't have to think about all the things you haven't ever dealt with.
Right.
Now in COVID and quarantine, you're sitting there and you have to deal with yourself.
Yeah.
And then you've got your mate dealing with themselves too. And sometimes it exposes a bunch of unhealed people. But when money specifically comes up, look at your vows: for better, for worse, sickness and health, richer, for poor. So did you really? That's why I say, when you're trying to be a power couple, if you base it on anything, money, fame, looks, fortune, anything that can fade or change, you will fail and you will crumble. So if your relationship was built on money, you guaranteed will crumble if the money goes away.
Right.
So it's about, again, back to the beginning: build the friendship, build the foundation, build the trust to know, hey, I know that this. Let me give you the three kind of people that go into survival mode. So one, it is me against the world. I've already got everything planned. I can depend on me. I know I'm good. It's people that it's my network. If I run out of toilet paper, I can call Cam, and he's got some for me.
Right.
And then there's also partners that it's me and you against the world. So if you're that, it's me and you against the world, but you don't look at it that way, we can start having conflict because you're not supporting me the way I need you to, because it's me and you against the world. But if you're like, no, it's my resources, it's not me and you, it's everybody, then that's where you kind of conflict on how you're processing. So back to the beginning, the answer is simple: friendship, friendship, friendship. Friendship is what sustains you through these hard times. The couples that are getting divorced right now are fighting over money. You don't have the real foundation of friendship, because if you do, you wouldn't hurt your friend like that.
Wow, that is so good. Just looking at that and just realizing how many people now that say, women specifically, I've seen a lot of women say, you know what, Cam, I'm single, I'm loving it, but I'm not built for it.
Amen.
I'm not built to do all of this.
That's right.
I mean, they're very successful.
That's right.
They have all the money, they have the houses, they have the cars, but they don't have the love. And they say, I'm just not built for all of this. I can do all of this.
Yes.
But I'm not built to do it.
And that's the thing. Like I said, being a single mom for 25 years, can we do everything a man can do? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Were we created to? No, we're meant to be a helpmate. And that goes back to my belief system.
That's it.
And that's it. So it's learn what a helpmate is. Here's the thing, ladies, you may not want to hear the answer. When you biblically are trying to find a husband, or he's going to find you first of all.
Right.
You're out searching and looking. That's not even the way it's ordained anyway.
That's it.
Let him find you by your spirit and your works and your actions. But if you're out doing the most to try to find somebody, it's not going to work. Right. You've got to let him find you and learn what a helpmate is. Because if you do have the desire to have a husband, you have to understand that whatever you're working on, whatever career ambitions you have, will fall second to his. Your job when you're married is to be a helpmate to your husband first. And that's what a lot of the more liberal women don't want to hear that, but that you can go home and hang out with your cats. But the women that actually want a husband, there is a role and a way that I believe God ordained it. So for me, it's a ministry. I believe that God ordained it a certain way. And I just think that if you're you're exhausted, that's what you are. Ladies, you're exhausted. I used to say, I'm the man, because my daughter, I raised her by myself for 25 years, you know what I'm saying? And can I do it? Yes. Did she turn out okay? Yes. Is she in the 30%? Barely. You see what I'm saying? So it's just that you've got to understand that when you're trying to find a mate, you got to slow down or you're going to exhaust yourself. And here's the thing, ladies, if you're leading, when you meet somebody and you're leading with, I'm this, I'm powerful, I'm successful. How many ladies have you heard say, I'm so successful, but I can't find a man. They're intimidated by me.
Yes.
Hey, that's a hard fact. It's not that they're intimidated. It's just, I always tell successful women, you know what kind of man you need? You need a man more successful than you, usually, because they won't be intimidated. They won't be threatened. I've had many successful women come to me and say, I can't find a man. But it's because you're leading with the thing that triggers a competition within him. Oh, well. And a lot of guys, men need to be needed and appreciated. Women are the ones that need to be wanted. And so when you're leading with that, and if a man looks at you and he can't figure out what you need him for, she don't need me.
Right.
That's why. So you got to soften up. Can you take out the trash? Can you help me with this? Can you help me look for a car? Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Actor of the year. I'm telling you, make a man feel needed, even if you don't need him. Because if you make a man feel that he's unneeded, he's not going to find the purpose in your life.
Now, that's true, ladies. Now,
That's real.
That's real. That's real right there.
Y'all can send the hate mail if you want. I'm just going to burn it in the fire and keep warm with
Now,
it.
that's real right there. She said it right there. She said it. But that's right. That's right. You're saying it right. You are saying it right.
I'm keeping it real, y'all.
You are. You're keeping it real.
This is my truth. This is my truth. Y'all can send all the hate mail. I'm gonna have a nice little fire. Can't burn some marshmallows with it.
The other thing, too, is that dating. When you still have to date during marriage.
Oh, my God. It's
You
the
need to
number
say
one.
that. You need to date. Ladies, send your man a picture during the day. Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm telling you right there.
Romance begins in from the last time you had sex, the last time you were intimate, the romance starts over again.
Yeah.
In the morning, it's a note. It could be little gestures,
Yes.
thinking of you. Ooh, I can't wait till I see you tonight. It's on tonight. Ooh, I
Yes.
got this new outfit. You know,
Yes.
send a tease of it. Just tease your man, tease your woman. It's about keeping the romance alive. And anything that you put effort, if you put the same effort that you put into raising your kids and your career into your spouse, watch how everything else just magically becomes better as a whole.
Right.
But you cannot have a pot plant, never water it, never feed it, never give it attention and think it's going to blossom.
Yes.
It's going to wither and die, and so will your marriage.
Ooh. Another thing, too. I just saw this morning, I read it a lot, and I was saying this morning that a young man said the young lady stopped saying good morning to him by text. She was saying it every single day. Now, all of a sudden, she's not saying it.
Because she got somebody else in her life. I was going to
That's
say
it.
something real nasty. But she's doing something else in the morning with someone else. And that's why you're not getting a text. People do what they want to do, and people do what you let them. I'm telling you guys, if you just live by those two rules alone, your life will improve.
Wow.
People do what they want to do, and people do what you let them. If they don't do it, and this is one last thing real quick. As far as texting is the worst form of communication there is. If it's serious, if it's something that, you need to talk about face to face, not even on the phone, 55% of communication is nonverbal.
Yeah.
Get in person, at least get on video to talk if it's something serious. Do not ever, ever, ever have a conversation that's serious on text. Text is great for running late or see you there, like stupid crap you talk about. But if you want to have a serious relationship, eye contact, engage your senses, and talk in person whenever possible. Do not text serious things.
Yeah. That's good right there.
Think about inflection, voice, tone. I mean, it's interpretation.
Yes.
Especially if people don't punctuate.
Yeah.
You're like, is that a question? Are you telling me? I'm not sure, but
Right.
keep this.
How was the tone? Were you angry at me? Were you upset? I mean, what happened there?
And that's it. And so you're literally, I know we've all been guilty of it. We'll read one thing and we interpret how we read it.
Right.
And the person's like, I didn't mean it like that. And they're
Right.
like, I meant it like this. You go back and reread it. Well, if you punctuate, that would help. But it is just save the serious stuff for in person, or at least a video to where you can engage more of your senses and hear the tone and the voice and the eye contact. It will help a lot.
I think the other thing, we've talked before, the other thing is we do the list, but the person doesn't come in the package we thought it was going to be.
What's
You know
that
what I'm saying?
list? Okay. I've said for years, burn the list, okay? Because that's my job as a matchmaker, is to stretch you out of your comfort zone. And now if it's like deal breaker stuff, religion, raising kids, politics, which is super, we've learned this year,
Yes.
super important. If it's about any of those, your belief system, do not even continue. Just move
Right.
on. There's other people. There's 7-8 billion people on this planet. You can find somebody else. Trust me. But the list is good for energetically and visualizing. I want my person. It's not about the list, like they're this tall, they have to make
Right.
this much money. Again, you're listing things that can fade or
Yeah.
change, or who cares, honestly. It's about they treat me like this. They have God in their lives. They're a great dad. They're a great person. They're involved in their community. List the things that matter. And the other things like how they look or this or race or those things like that, who cares? You might be surprised.
Yes, absolutely.
You might be surprised. But you just got to
Absolutely.
open your mind.
There you go. Now, let's just make sure we tell about the date.
Yes, yes. November 11th is the Amber Neal Day in Houston. We're super excited. Mayor Turner is giving me my proclamation day.
Yes.
And we are going to be raising money for reviving and restoring pearls. We have a huge red carpet event with 5 media outlets. We're going to do an art exhibit by Exclusive Events Art Agency. We're going to have speed networking, vendors, and food. It's just going to be a night of love. So as I always say, get out there and be the love you want to see in the world.
Absolutely. That's Amber Neal. We appreciate you, lady,
Thank
for
you.
everything. This has been fun.
It's so much fun. It went by so fast. I can't believe it's over. Wow.
It is over. I appreciate you so much.
Thank
Thank you. On tomorrow, we will be here. Dr. Casual Pitts, he's coming from Atlanta, and he'll be right here. See you tomorrow, 12:31, 30 Central Standard Time. Bye.